More than 1 billion people can head to a galaxy far, far away for the first time ever. All 6 live-action Star Wars films will be screened at the Shanghai International Film Festival next month, making this the first time the films will be shown legally in Chinese theaters. Yes, Chinese audiences have been missing out on 3 of the best movies ever made and 3 of the not-so-good movies ever made. Hopefully the prequels won't throw them off. Foreign films, including Star Wars, were banned by the Chinese Communist government for many decades. Those restrictions have been eased in recent years, although most films are still forced to make significant cuts to please the Chinese censors. It remains to be seen if they'll force any cuts on Star Wars. Disney hopes to create millions of new Chinese Star Wars fans just in time for the release of The Force Awakens, which will hit China and the rest of the world this December. Netflix is teaming up with the Matrix creators Andy and Lana Wachowski for a new series that's called Sense8 and tells the story of 8 strangers from all over the world whose minds become linked, allowing them to share each other's secrets, skills, and abilities. Like the previous efforts from the Wachowskis, the show will combine science fiction and action with plenty of mind-bending philosophical concepts and ideas. All 12 episodes of Sense8 will be available to stream on Netflix starting June 5th. You can watch 8 exclusive character trailers for the show by heading to epn.tv. Talking about multi-billion-dollar properties with my multi-billion-dollar property friend, Scott C. Jones. Now, what do you think about this? The Wachowskis making television programming with Netflix. Netflix is doing a deal with everybody. Have they done a deal with you?
My deal is still pending right now. I can't really talk about it. But you know what? Netflix has a lot of money. They've had a lot of success over the last couple of years. And now they've got all that money and they're trying to figure out what to do with it. And so they're making new shows like this one. They're giving the Wachowskis some money.
Which looks like a little bit from every part of their wheelhouse. You've got a little Bound in there, you've got a little Matrix in there, a little Jupiter Ascending in there.
I feel like the Wachowskis have kind of been out to pasture trying to figure out the future. Jupiter Ascending, that was the movie I think we saw with Channing Tatum with the eyeliner on and the skates.
Movie. Yes.
No, it wasn't crazy, it was terrible.
Here's the thing, there's room to breathe with some of these television productions out there, you know, and if Netflix is giving these guys the money and the time to let us get to know these characters, and it's about 8 interconnected characters. It's a great concept. It looks pretty cool.
I will watch it.
Yes.
And I will hopefully find things to like about it.
We will review it.
I'm looking forward to that. We'll review it, yes. You
right
heard it
here
first.
on EP Daily. Yeah. All right, let's talk about Star Wars entering into a country for the very first time. And don't you have envy for the Chinese people that are going to see this for the very first time?
It's like getting into a time machine and going back to 1977.
Yes.
You know, obviously a lot of people in China have probably already seen Star Wars. But now you're going to get the official release of Star Wars, which is going to be a big resurgence in Star Wars popularity, a huge population there. I mean, when a movie is released, everyone thinks in terms of how can we market this to China? I mean, that's exactly what the producers think when they make an Avengers movie or an Iron Man movie. Yeah, always. That's the first thought now.
Yeah, and you have to deal with all of the censorship issues that, you know, the Chinese government has around some of this stuff. There are lots of big money deals, but clearly this is a move on Disney's part, not just to monetize the 6 existing films, but to get people ready for the merchandising behemoth of the new Star Wars movies that are headed our way.
The prequels will come out over there too?
Yeah, they're doing all 6. They're putting all of so hopefully that doesn't bum people out too much. Wouldn't that be something?
Maybe they can make them better.
Yeah, maybe it will be interesting to see.
Who shot first, Greedo or Han? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Just testing.
There's only one answer to that. All right, but right now it's time to talk about another multi-billion-dollar property. We're talking about Batman. Arkham Knight is almost here, and I got to talk about it with Dax Jin.
The Rundown is brought to you by EB Games.